Hey, Line 6 Pod Go users, check out this new free preset using the new Line 6 Aristocrat amp. All right, so that's the preset in a recorded context. So I'm going to play it for you raw here. No bells and whistles, just a straight kind of rockin' lead guitar preset. Now with this amp, I think you can make this into a 2-channel amp if that's what you like. So basically you can set it probably pretty clean. And there's lots of features here that you can definitely drive it or have different gain stages. So while this is free, and there's a link in the description box below where you can grab this for free from the custom tone area on the Line 6 website, if you would like me to make a more, let's call it a more advanced or more involved preset, I probably will make it paid. But if there's interest in making like a clean preset with some different gain stages, if there's interest in that, drop a comment below and I might just do that and make a paid preset, because this amp has lots of possibilities. Now it's made based or inspired by, according to the release notes, an unattainable black panel what you have it. So I'm gonna guess something like a Dumble based on the graphic design of the icon for this amp. Anyway, it's a great sounding amp, man. And so you're gonna hear it with a Les Paul guitar in the playthrough video. You heard the old Samick Blue Saraceno TV20. Great guitar. Love it. So let's play it, do a quick walkthrough, and we'll send you home with a free preset. You didn't come here for the guitar lesson or the guitar playing. Anyways, just some fun noodling. I don't care about mistakes, man. This is about the preset, not about my guitar playing. All right, let's have a quick look. Left to right, definitely input gate on, and I did lower the threshold. I think it's at minus 48 dB default and 500 milliseconds default. So I lowered the threshold because it wasn't very noisy, and then I upped the milliseconds so it doesn't kick in so quickly. So just to avoid any notes getting choked. But this is also going to be useful if you're using a single coil guitar. This will help you avoid that dreaded, that single coil 60 cycle hum noise, which I hate, but I love the sound of single coil pickups. Love it. Next, volume. Why I didn't touch them. Again, this is free, so I just slapped this together fairly quickly. A paid one version of this, if you want it, will have a lot more attention to detail and a lot more care put into it. All right, so I decided I wanted to use one of the dynamic blocks, so I never really used them. So the Vetajuice I just kind of find gives it a nice little bit of boost here. It kind of defaults to 0.5 on each parameter here, so I just lowered the level a bit, and up the amount a little bit, just to give it a little fattening, thickening, sweetening type thing, and I was happy with it. Now let's go to the amp. Okay, so the amp, the drive, very versatile. If you lower this, you can get some good cleans. So bass, middle, treble, presence, the usual suspects here for adjusting the amp's EQ. Channel volume, I have it just in the middle. Now the boost, that's where I upped it a bit to get to avoid using a drive pedal. Really, this amp you can avoid using a drive pedal. Some amps you would want to have one. This one you do not need one, and you can definitely, by adjusting the boost, the channel drive, and the master volume. Sorry, my bad. There is no master volume on this amp. Anyways, yeah. So by adjusting the channel drive and the boost, you can definitely get some clean sounds out of it, I think. Anyways, I mean, I briefly toyed with it probably a week ago. So I think it's doable. And you see, you have sag, we have hum on and off for interesting. No parameters, just either on or off. Usually it's a parameter, a slider. So I have it on. Sag I upped a little bit, biased up a little bit. Anyways, you see the amp settings here. Have at it there. Next, I put in retro reel. All right, so this is, again, I didn't really want a chorus, but I like using retro reel to add some saturation to kind of give it the illusion of a more real sounding, more organic tone overall. Okay, so you can see the settings here. It's a great effect block. If you can spare block and you want your amp to sound a little more real, I think this is great to use. Just that's my opinion. Okay, we're using the 412 Cartog C90, one of the new cabinets. This is a great cabinet, man. So we got the ribbon mic on it. You'll see all my settings here. Just a little, low cut shave, little high cut shave. Yeah, great sound. Very important piece too to your tone is the cabinet. Now EQ. I recently did a video on all the EQs in the Pod Go and kind of what they do and how to use them, what's the best uses type of thing. So I just went and took my own advice and started with what I call like one of the beginner EQs, like the high cut, low cut, because I liked what I dialed in. And so I just wanted to shave maybe a little of the darkness. And if I guess I lowered the high cut a little bit. Yeah, this was all I needed as far as EQ. But it's a block not to ignore, in my opinion. I think you should use it. Okay, use it to your advantage. And then we have some vintage. I went vintage digital delay. Now, I usually don't like having all this parameter stuff. I changed it to a 6-bit. I usually like to have it somewhere around 6 to 700 milliseconds on the delay, just to give it some ambience. You'll see the depth, the scale, 100. Yeah, so, I'm still learning what a lot of these things mean. That's why I like going to simple delay. There's just a few parameters to choose from, and you can get a nice delay ambient sound. But if you're going for something really in depth or more noticeable, more standout-ish for delay, then definitely there's plenty in here for you. But I like the sound of this vintage digital. Sounded good. And then plate reverb. I never really used plate reverb, so I wanted to use it. And I think it mixes well with the vintage digital. Okay, so that's the preset walkthrough. Let's play it again, and we'll close out. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Again, free preset. Download link is in the description box below. If you want to see a paid version of this where I'll try and get a nice clean sound and some different gain stages, drop a comment. If there's enough, I see enough comments, I will go to the effort and make a paid preset. If there's demand for it, I'll make one. Thanks for watching already, didn't I? So click the like button. Feel free to subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video. But in the meantime, why don't you take a look at this video?